some 284 brass, Peterson brass. I just got done cleaning and annealing. It's actually enjoyed the fact that I was able to get out and shoot this gun. This project started about 13 months ago when I first ordered that action. And a lot of you know we're caught up in some tight times with all these things. It took a while. I was really kind of surprised it took that long, but I was happy that I finally got it going. So we got this thing out and actually got some rounds down the barrel with the dang thing now. First thing we did after I put it together was break the barrel in. I've got some video I can show you if you're interested in my process and why I go about breaking in a barrel. If not, just skip forward about 9 minutes and we'll go on from there. Right, this is the first shot out of this brand new barrel, and I just wanted to show you how much copper was in this thing and why we try to break in these barrels. As you can see, there's a lot of copper in there. You can see it just packed up in the groove there. Back here towards the breech, it's not quite as bad. You can still see a little bit of it in there. And that's the first shot out of this barrel. As you can see, copper is gone. All that copper from the first shot is gone. Alright, this is shot number 2. See the copper in the lands there, or the grooves rather. Especially that groove. But I don't know if you can tell, but there is a lot less copper from shot number 2 than there was shot number 1. So we're going to go back at it, clean all this copper out, and go for shot number 3. Alright, here we are on shot number 3. See our little carbon in there, building up in the edges. A little spot there. And I'm starting to see a little copper. Definitely a lot lighter than what it was. There's some. There's a good spot. Definitely a lot thinner. It did not take long to clean that last one out. I'm guessing this one won't take very long either. Mostly it's just getting in our edges there. But you can see where it was stacking, kind of like that one there. How that's got a lot in the middle of it. But the other first shot, they were packed in there pretty good. Now it's starting to really kind of thin out there. Not much in there. So we're going to clean this one out and go at it again. Quick and easy. The copper is gone. We've got a little bit of carbon streaking down here by the breech. That I'm going to go after with my JB bore paste. See the little carbon lines in there? I'm going to go after those guys and bore paste them. Knock that out of there. And then we'll go after shot number 4 and see what it looks like. Alright, here's shot number 5. All I've done is run some Hoppies number 9 just to clean some of the powder out of it. And I am not really seeing any copper. Might be a tad bit in that edge right there. Almost think I see a little bit of color. But that was all I was basically trying to accomplish. Was just getting it to stop pulling that nasty copper like that. And that's 5 shots out of this Excalibur barrel. And you can see there ain't no copper. A little bit of powder burn right there, a little carbon. And that's why I was going after it with the JB, which I'll probably do the same with that. I'm going to soak that a little bit more. But that's shot number 5. Well, hopefully everybody made it this far through the video. I know some of those pictures of the inside of a barrel can be kind of monotonous and boring, but I had a lot of people ask me about these Excalibur barrels, and one of the best ways I can explain how well they're working is by showing this process. 4 rounds. The 5th round didn't pull any copper. I mean, that should be testimony right there alone to how well they're making these barrels. I've broken many of guns, trust me, and this one was by far the fastest barrel to break in. It's of course chambered in 284 Winchester. The taper on it is straight. That's like just a little over 1 inch. You know, they made up for it here. The barrel is 29 inches long. I had them thread the end of it so I could put a muzzle brake or suppressor on there. It is bolted up to a Defiance action, and this is a Ruckus model. The action is also what they call an XM, which is like an extra medium, I think. It's in between a short and a long action. It's got a nice big magazine that goes in it. It's actually made by MDT, but I had to buy it through Defiance to get it. The action is a left-hand port with a right-hand bolt, so I don't have to reach over the thing to load it or do anything like that. I can just do everything right there and just operate and go. I can actually keep my cheek welded to the stock and just have at it. The action was machined in one piece. The lug that's on here is integral. The rail that's on here, 20 MOA rail, that's all machined. This whole thing was machined together, so it's all one piece. So there's no floating or moving or aligning problems. The bolt is fluted. It's got a nice long handle on it. The trigger I've got on here is basically stock Remington trigger. It's been lightened up a little bit, but I'll end up putting a Jewel competition trigger on here in the future. Sitting inside of one of MDT's ACC chassis, and I love the features on this chassis. I love the length of it. It's easy to put your accessories on there, or aluminum plates. It kind of handy to keep things nice and flat. The scope we're using is my Weaver target scope. It's a 36 power target scope, and it seems to be working okay for now until I come up with something different. We got the bag rider on the back of the thing. Feels like it pretty well balanced out. I think it weighs just shy of 19 pounds, so I could actually add more weight to it if I need to put weight somewhere on this thing, which is probably going to be in the back. The loads we're going to be using, some of the Berger 180 grain VLDs. That's all I could get, and I managed to get a few hundred of them. I'm going to be running the Fit of the Ori in 550 powder. Of course, you saw the Peterson brass. Primers we're going to be using are CCI BR2s. I managed to get some of those, and we're going to work this thing up and get her to shooting. So far, it looks like it's going to shoot. Here's the first ladder test I pulled on it, and I was playing with my shoulder on it some, so I was getting some high stuff. Every time I loosened up off the gun, they'd go high. So I was kind of playing with my positioning a little bit on it while I was shooting that. But that's the first ladder test out of it. So it looks like it's going to shoot. I just kind of get things tweaked and dialed in and massaged in the right places, and I'll let you know how she does.